while the rest of Seattle settles down for the evening.
Everybody signed in? Everybody's good?
This group is just getting started.
I've warned everybody that it might be a late one.
They meet in the basement of the Union Gospel Mission.
I decided, okay, we'll come out, and I'm hooked.
I love that.
Yeah.
A group of volunteers united by a need to help their neighbors.
12, 13, 15, 16.
Many have been recruited by Christine Moreland.
We have 22 people tonight. That's a bundle.
The mortgage loan consultant helps people find homes during the day. That doesn't change after hours.
Whatever home looks like to them, whether it be a shelter, whether it be their family's home, whatever it might look like to them, our journey is to get them there.
They stock up on supplies and take one last gulp of coffee.
And we raise our arms to you and we say,
Amen. All right, let's make our way.
Then they set out to search and rescue.
We need to remember that people die in these type of conditions.
This isn't some once-in-a-while, come-together every-so-often effort. They're out here each Tuesday night as part of Moreland's More Love project, an effort she just started in August to help the people much of Seattle ignores.
Hi, guys.
She understands homelessness in a way many do not.
I got your beard trimmer on order.
All right.
I heard that's what you wanted.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a deeply personal mission.
Yeah, my father is what you drive by every day and what most people envision to be invisible. Yeah, my father currently lives on the streets of Seattle and is homeless.
He's out there somewhere. She hasn't seen him since she was a young girl. And in some ways, this is a search for him.
There's a part of me that certainly wants to make sure that other children, other mothers, other fathers, other sons, daughters don't go through what I ever went through. Don't wonder if they're alive, if they're safe, if they're okay. Hey guys, Union Gospel Mission, search and rescue. Anybody want a hot chocolate? We've got pasta tonight. Anybody hungry? Anybody home?
Moreland and her team will visit as many as 10 sites in a single evening.
Hot chocolate, pasta, pie. There you go, got one.
And they won't quit until midnight or later.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, nice to meet you. If you want to head over to those vans right there, they're serving.
Chicken Alfredo, and it's piping hot.
Next stop, the parking lot behind Seattle Public Schools headquarters.
That's cool. Yeah?
That's where we meet a family with 2 kids who emerge from the shadows.
Let's go get some food, okay? Let's go get some pie, buddy.
A sack of sandwiches should help a woman named Nikki and her 2 boys get through the next day or so.
Whenever the food stamps run out and the money stops at the end of the month, it means that my kids don't go hungry and that I don't go hungry. It means everything to us.
From here, we head to a spot under the Spokane Street Bridge.
About 10 people in tents over here.
One of the campers here needs much more than just a bite to eat. The woman in that tent is in pretty bad shape.
You need to go. You're sick, honey.
The volunteers think she needs to get to the hospital ASAP.
It sounds like she has pneumonia.
The medics are on their way.
Were it not for the search and rescue team, she probably would have spent the rest of the night shivering, trying to ignore what could be a very serious condition. Some people use the word enabling to describe this effort. They think that if you constantly cater to a group's needs, the problem will only persist. Richard McAdams thinks those voices are wrong.
It was because people who got out of this van and showed the love that they did, that I was able to change my life around.
He spent 10 years living on the streets until 2013, when a different search and rescue team brought him to a shelter and helped him get sober.
Union Gospel Mission!
Now he works as a search and rescue specialist.
Oh, he's a hugger.
oh, there we go.
He and Christine see a part of themselves on the
get you
streets
good.
in people like Frank Christensen, who lives in an RV in Soto.
If it wasn't for them, I'd probably be dead right now. Really. And that's the God's honest truth.
It's a tough, lonely, uncertain life, but once a week, he knows a pair of vans will show up and surround him with love.
These people here care about us. They care. There is nothing in the world better than that.
Ted Land, King 5 News.
It's a different world.
By now, a new challenge shouldn't faze Alex Wilson.
This Costa Rican beans?
For nearly 7 years as a member of the Army Special Forces, he took on some of the toughest assignments in the U.S. military and considers his latest job among his more daunting tasks.
I mean, there's more stuff that I don't know than that I barely do know.
The veteran has traded his green beret for green beans.
You drank it all the time on patrols. You can drink beer, you drink coffee. So.
In the garage of his Lacey home, Wilson's trying to do what so many others are doing, come up with a blend that will sell in a market already saturated with micro roasters.
The sugars are caramelizing inside the bean.
And while others might put every cent back into their brands, Wilson makes an exception for his brothers.
Remember, Dad, he was trying to teach you how to walk. That's what that photo was. I think you took a couple steps. I don't think you really cared for the grass.
8-year-old Blake Maggart lost his dad 5 years ago. Sergeant Brandon Maggart was killed while fighting in Iraq.
Like, it's not
Brandon.
And while he and his mom Teresa march on without Brandon, little things help them get by.
When they get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, it's that one little event that will help them remember or key into their loved one.
You like number 2? Okay.
The Maggarts are helping choose the beans which will make up Father's Pride Memorial Brew.
Really good.
One of a series of Gold Star Memorial Brews which give a deeper purpose to Alex Wilson's roasting business. Families of the fallen get to taste a few samples.
Oh, that's good.
And choose the one that'll go on sale.
You think this will be the best one for Daddy?
Proceeds go to a cause, charity, or nonprofit of the family's choosing.
You have that memory every morning then when you're making your coffee. It's pretty unique.
Alex Wilson is slowly growing his company, which he's named D'Espresso Liber, a twist on the Special Forces motto D'Oppresso Liber, to free the oppressed.
Another one from Texas.
There are a handful of orders each day, and he can do more with this professional roasting machine. A big upgrade from his first setup.
Yeah, this is what it started with.
A heat
A
gun.
dog bowl and a wooden spoon.
The tactics and equipment in Wilson's new career may be different,
It's different being home.
but he still has a mission.
It's very gratifying. That's the value I was looking to find.
Ted Land, King 5 News. When so many other companies go dark for the night, that's when one Seattle business shines. You've probably seen their work in almost every neighborhood. The people who create these landmarks are in many ways artists. Their South Lake Union workshop is a gallery of sorts.
Yeah, a lot of historical businesses.
Tim Zamberlin is the curator.
This says the Best Western sign here.
As president of National Sign Corporation, he helps companies big and small grab your attention everywhere you go in the Seattle region.
When people go by, they know the sign.
And for as much as their techniques have evolved over the years, there's one section of this operation where things have changed very little. William Kirtley is one of the craftsmen who bring brittle tubes of glass to life.
That's our niche is, we don't do the easy stuff,
This process is much the same as it was when inventors first discovered that they could mix neon with electricity and create a brand that's hard to ignore.
We could walk into a shop from 1930 and just go, there's no changes at all.
By sticking with tradition, National Sign has come a long way.
This is one of the older signs.
This year, the company, originally started by Zamberlin's grandfather, is celebrating 100 years in business. It's a chance to look back on all they've done. Many of their historic signs, once familiar fixtures, are now long gone. But some survive. The Merchant's Cafe and Saloon sign in Pioneer Square, for example, dates back to the 1920s. There's a certain nostalgia to these banners.
They've gone back to neon.
And in a cloudy, sometimes gray city, a splash of color can really stand out.
It tells everybody driving by instantly everything you want to know about that business. And that's kind of the secret.
For all the innovations and the ways companies try to make an impression in Seattle, these classics still create a buzz. Ted Land, King 5 News.